Dan, who fled the country last week, told the...
It's so stressful.
Sangin Abdul Mateen is a former Afghan military interpreter, deeply worried about his brother, sister-in-law, and their 5 children. The families among those who showed up at the airport in Kabul after receiving a message from the Canadian government to go there for a flight. Only this is what they found: chaos and no ability to get anywhere near the gate, while the sound of gunshots rang out.
All these children's, when they hear these gunshots and see people's running around, I feel so sorry for the kids.
Mateen's 5-year-old nephew Omar spent so much time in the heat and crowds, he wound up in hospital suffering from dehydration, along with his 20-day-old sister.
Yeah, that's Omar.
Mateen says his brother, who was also an interpreter, can't get any information about what to do. That brother sent him an audio message.
They call us to the different gates, and we're continuously coming to the gates, and there is firing a lot, and we got children, and there's a woman with us. Please help us.
CTV News has been in touch with additional interpreters eligible to come to Canada. Some wearing Canadian colors were instructed to go to a specific location where they'd be met by Canadian military personnel. Instead, they found members of the Taliban in the area. They waited hours to get through, only to be turned back. No Canadian representatives were to be found.
They have so much stress because they don't have a contact with anybody.
Canadian officials say the situation on the ground is tenuous, desperate, and dangerous, and that they're working on getting those at risk through the gates.
So this is my all documents.
Wahabdi Sahibi is a former interpreter who earlier this week applied to get 10 family members to Canada, including his brothers and sisters. When asked about their situation, he couldn't stop crying. He hasn't heard a thing from the government.
No emails, nothing, no phone calls.
The government says it's doing everything it can to answer applications from vulnerable Afghans as quickly as possible, receiving 6,000 so far. John.
The desperation is real. All right, John, thank you very much.